Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. So I've always been a bit of an introspective guy, and I heard of this game called The Test that my brother had told me about, and he said you gotta play it, and it's not a personality test per se, but something about it like does tell you about who you are, and it's this 3-part game. I guess they're coming out with another part later, and it has a lot to say, but mostly it's due to the fact that the way you answer questions kind of tells the game about who you are, and then it gives you like some special code. I don't know. Either way, if you've heard about this game before, you don't need the rundown. But I figured since I've done this kind of stuff on my channel before, it would be neat to give this game a shot. Also, if you don't know or you don't remember, which I imagine you probably don't, before BulletBarry was BulletBarry, it was a gaming channel. So in a way, this is kind of coming back to my roots a little bit. But I wanted to give this game a try and see kind of what it's all about. And maybe I can do the 3-part series where I play each game. And this thing will give me a general idea of who I am. So I'm going to go ahead and click New Game. Before we begin, I wanted to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Simply Carbon Fiber. They sent me their money clip recently and I didn't expect to love it as much as I do. It's sleek, it's beautiful, it's so thin you don't even notice it in your pocket, and it holds everything your traditional wallet can, besides a condom or a spare house key. If you're interested in this wallet or any of the other products they have on their store, check the link in the description and use promo code BARRY10 to get 10% off anything in the store. Now back to the video. Now in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You will be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Okay. Now when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if that's hard to face. We all want to be good people. We rarely want to admit our faults, grievances, or mistakes. Okay. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world? Or would you rather live a lie, just to hide from yourself? The process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truths in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. Predict my future? You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. This isn't psychic. This isn't a personality test. This is simply nature. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain at work unlocking hidden truths within itself. The intro to this game already is really good. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. That's generally what happens in personality tests for sure. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no, as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question in the way it needs to be answered. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We're about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're a willing participant, we will be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated fairly? Oh, that's kind of interesting. I don't want to overanalyze every question. I just think this is interesting because I think of people like Adolf Hitler. But if he had treated everyone fairly, then he would have been part of that outcome. I'm gonna go with yes. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated equally? Yes. Have you ever invented anything? I did. Do you believe that you're worthy of someone's time investment? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be open-minded? Yes, I would. Would you say that you sometimes have trust issues? I generally don't. Typically, if I meet someone, they have like 100% of my trust until they break it. That's like my rule of thumb. So I'm gonna go with no. Would you be alright with living alone forever? I don't think I would. No. Do you always give someone the benefit of the doubt? Generally. Yeah, generally I do. I mean, it depends on the thing, right? Like, if someone stole something from me, and I know for a fact, like, it's obvious, I see it at their place, and they're like, no, 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 I bought that. You know? I would give them the benefit of the doubt, but, like, in my head, I'd know. I'd be like, come on, really? I'm gonna go with yes. Do you dislike the sound of your own voice? No. I did initially. I think that's always a struggle that everyone who starts recording themselves goes through. They're like, oh, I want to make YouTube videos, but I hate my voice. So that took me a while. I actually, it took me until subscribers were saying, Barry, you have a really nice voice, before I even noticed it myself. So, no. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. Like, if you guys look in my closet, like, everything is black in there. I mean, blue is a prettier color. I'm gonna go with yeah. I do like it more, but I generally will prefer black on everything, as opposed to blue. It depends, you know. I'm gonna go with yeah. Blue's a cooler color. If you found money on the street and you knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them? Yeah, 100%. Easy. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? I don't know. Yeah. Are you afraid of spiders? Nope. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava? Yeah? What? Would you consider yourself to be fat? No way. Would you say you have lots of charisma? I would. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? This is all very interesting. Did you realize that the last letter of the previous 5 questions, when put together, spell the name Satan? No. What? What does that have to do with anything? Does that make you uncomfortable? No. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? Give it enough time, yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm a little slower than most. Like, I went to one of those escape rooms with my brother and my mother, and my brother kicked ass. He was, like, finding things that I was sitting there like, how? But, I mean, I do a pretty good job. It just takes me time. Are you now wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? To a degree, yeah, but I'm not very, like, I'm not, oh my god, I have to know. Like, so, nah, I don't care. Have you been entirely honest with your answers thus far? Yes. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? No, it's a game. So, no. But I am still going to answer them all honestly. I'm not going to be a dick. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonest? Are you wondering how these questions began to take a strange turn? I feel like this game is like, look how self-aware we are. look how intuitive we are. Look how much we see. And I'm sitting here like, what have you even said yet? No, I'm not wondering. Would you consider yourself captivated? No, sorry. I'm curious. I'm definitely curious, but no, I'm not captivated. Very interesting. Would you consider yourself to be brave? I would say so. That definitely depends on the situation. I got a story for you guys. We were hanging around a bonfire this one day, a group of like 7 or 8 different friends. We're all just hanging out. It's dark outside. We're up on this large hill. It's pitch black everywhere except for this big bonfire. And all of a sudden, a buddy of mine, without telling anyone, pulls out his Glock and fires 2 rounds into the ground. Like a coward, I jumped behind my friend and grabbed hold of him. Like I'm ducking, like he was a meat shield for me. It was just like what I did. I didn't even think, you know, I just did that. And everyone's laughing at me. They're like, what a wuss. But if I know the situation, like that's just an action. That's what your body does. I had no control over that. That's just, you know, fight or flight, protect myself. You know, I had no control. When I'm in a situation where I have to be brave, yeah, I 100%. Yeah, I'd consider myself a brave person. Do you view yourself as someone above average intelligence? I can generally keep up with most things. But I don't know, because I don't want to sit there and prostrate myself as some genius or anything. I don't think so. But I do meet a lot of people that I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a dim dude. And I run into that a lot. So I don't know what average intelligence is. I want to say yes. Of course I want to say yes. So I'm going to go with yeah. But I'm not going to say that I'm like, if someone walked up to me and started talking with me, there's no way. It's not hard for me to say, okay, this guy is obviously more intelligent than me. Like, I know where I stand, you know? So, but I am going to say yes. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions? No. Are you wondering which hidden messages you may have missed? Yeah. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take or how many questions exist in the session? No. I'm here for the long haul, man. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? Yeah. I am the kind of guy where when I want to get something done, I want it done yesterday, you know? Like, God damn it, I want to do it. But that's just like the motivation in me. If something's going to take a long time, I don't have any problem waiting. Vietnam taught me patience for sure. Do most humans annoy you? Not at all. Almost never. Do you prefer animals to people? I don't really have a preference. Animals or people, like I'm totally down. No, I don't have any preference. Do you believe in magic? I'm unsure. I actually, weirdly enough, as a rational mind, you know, as rational as I can be, to a degree, I don't like the word magic, but how do I even go about explaining that? I'm going to say yes, because magic can mean a lot of different things, you know? Like, for example, a serendipitous situation can happen to you, and you can define that as magic. Something that you wouldn't have expected. And then even, too, like, dreaming itself is kind of magic. We don't understand it. You know, there's a lot of science, don't get me wrong, and when the day comes where science has explanations for these things, the only problem I have with science is it's kind of reductionist. So we sit there and tell ourselves, like, fill a room with people, right? And what a scientist will come in and tell you about that situation is that there are 182 people in this building. They all have this many hairs on their head. Each of them seem to be, what is it? You're like your average build with, let's say, no handicaps, stuff like that. They'll give you this reductionist idea of what's going on in the room. Whereas if you talk to someone, like any other person in the room, they could tell you the personality behind the people, the mind, the heart, the soul, you know? Not to say soul's a matter of fact, I'm using it as a word to describe that there's more going on in that room than just numbers. And that to me is a little reductionist. So I know I'm stuck on this magic one. Do I believe in magic? It's a word that you can use to describe something outside of what science is comfortable with discussing. So I'm going to say yes. Do you believe in God or the existence of some form of higher power? Yeah, I think that kind of has to be the case. And not God like the Christian, interpretation or even any other human interpretation. But if there are other dimensions, and there seem to be higher dimensions, why wouldn't there be consciousness occupying that dimension? There's consciousness in this one, like where does mind come from? I would imagine it comes from a higher plane. So I'm gonna say yeah on that one. Do you fear death? Sometimes, but not generally. I'm actually excited for that. Not That's a weird way to answer that. I'm curious as to what's gonna happen when I die. Are you attracted to someone whom you're not currently in a relationship with? Yeah. Did you answer that last question with 100% honesty? I did. Are you alone? No. My brother's in the next room. Swear to God, don't try to kill me. If I told you with the utmost certainty that there's something watching you, would you believe me? I mean, there's a camera here. That's something. Yeah, I'd believe you. Have you wondered who I am? No. Have you had shivers at any point during this session? No. Do you feel like you're being watched? No. Have you considered quitting the session early? Do you drink water every day? Yes. Do you eat at least once per day every day? Yes. Do you realize that there's a high probability that you've missed a plethora of hidden messages thus far? I'm sure there is. I mean, I'm sure there's probably stuff in here. Like, what is this, Help. Are you wondering what they are? Yes. Would it bother you to never know without finding them out yourself? No. No, it wouldn't bother me. And don't get me wrong, it's not like a jaded thing or like I'm missing things because I think I'm too cool or anything. I just know that there's more to life beyond this game. So whatever clever, amazing things the developer hid in this game, don't get me wrong, awesome. I'm so glad they did it. But if I'm curious enough, someone else is going to find them and I can look up a video, Like I've got stuff to put my mind to beyond what the hell is this game, So, no, it's fine. Is your favorite number 7? One of them is, yeah. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. I've said that before, yeah. Yeah. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? I think in a way you can compare anything to anything else, so long as you have a good enough analogy and it can work, right? Like, if you compare apples to oranges, the comparison could even be the differences, right? If that's not too much of a contradiction. No, I don't agree. Venus is something referred to as the morning star. Did you know that? I think I did, but it wasn't at the top of my mind. Everyone deserves a second chance. Yeah. You can do anything you put your mind to. Agreed. Obedience is more important than freedom? Screw that. Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. Do you realize that the first letters of the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase, I love you? I know now. Do you wish to be loved? God damn it, yeah. Have you ever felt hated? Yeah. Yeah, I've felt hated, but not like felt hated. I've just known that someone hated me. No, I have. No, you're right. Yeah, now that I think about it, yes. Yeah, there was someone I really cared about who hated me for a while, and that bothered me. Yeah. Do you have any addictions? Yeah. Do you dislike the color pink? No, I just wouldn't use it very much. Does the color gray seem depressing? No. No, the color gray can be amazing. This is one of my favorite shirts. I think it says a lot, this shirt, you know? It's got like a bunch of different shades of gray all around it. No, I don't think it's depressing. Do you enjoy loud music? Yeah. Yeah. Do you like to dance? I suck at it, but yeah. Would you consider yourself normal? I don't believe normal exists. I want you to explain to me the concept of normal, and I'll get back to you. Do you love your parents? Very much. Have you ever been lied to? Of course. Do you get angry often? No. I'm almost never angry. Do you hold grudges? Nope. I'm also resilient. You'll hear a lot of people, and I've actually met a lot of people who say, I don't hold grudges, you know, I don't stay mad, and then a situation happens where you find out that's not the case. And I don't want to put myself in this situation where I say, no, I'm one of those people who don't hold grudges. I literally do not. There have been times where people have pissed me off, and then even just 3 days later, they come back to me and they're like, hey, I wanted to apologize for everything that happened, and I had completely forgot. I'm like, none of that crap gets to me. So, no, I definitely don't. Have you ever forgiven someone? Of course I have. Have you ever done something that you knew you shouldn't have done but still did it anyway? Of course, I'm a human being. You ever lied? Yeah. You ever cheated on a test? Yeah. You won't cheat on this test. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees? Yeah. That one's hard because I love trees. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? Yes, I have. I wanted to be a person who could shapeshift into any animal. Do you believe that you have psychic powers? No. No, I don't. Have you ever seen a ghost? Nope. Do you dream often? Very often. My dreams are incredibly vivid and story-like, and I tell people my dreams and they're like, how do you have those? It's actually really interesting. I want to do a series where I tell more of my dreams. Do you have nightmares often? Very rarely. Do you suffer from anxiety attacks? Nope. Do you suffer from depression? Nope. Do you exercise often and stay active? I like to, but I not so much anymore. I need to get out and do more. Is there a particular type of food that you despise? No. I'll even eat like vegetarian and vegan diets and stuff, and I don't tend to have a problem with it. Would you consider yourself emotionally wounded? I mean, I think that everyone's got their emotional scars. But there's this beautiful quote, actually, this beautiful quote. I love it so much. It goes, learn to heal from past wounds so that you don't bleed on others who never cut you. Like I said, I'm pretty resilient. I feel like I heal from stuff really quickly. So I wouldn't call myself wounded. I have past scars, but they're healed, you know? So, no. Have you ever felt betrayed? Yes. Do you ever feel lost in life? Yeah, I do. Would you consider yourself a natural leader? I do. If you could push a button and destroy the world, would you press it? Nope. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? I do. Have you ever been bullied? Yes, but not very often, and I always took care of it. Have you ever bullied someone else? Yeah. My poor little brother, man. Oh my god, he can tell you stories forever. I am a dreamer, for sure. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? Yes, I do. Do you find space fascinating? Yes, I do. I'm not an artist. I'm a creator type, for sure, but I'm not an artist. Not yet. I do want to, like, work with stuff like that. Paints, music, stuff like that. Yeah, I'd say I'm a good friend. Flawed? Of course. Have you ever fantasized about being a supervillain or performing a heinous Egregious crime. Yeah, I have. Do you believe in perfection? I'm trying to consider that one. I mean, perfection would have to be... this is the thing, you know, like... Okay, so everyone's idea of perfect, as far as I have ever heard it, is like everyone's always good to each other and saying all the right things and being like cautious and courteous. But my idea of perfection would be different. I like a show like Arcane. You know, if you guys have seen Arcane, you get the context of what I'm saying here. The way that the characters interact with each other, that is my definition of perfect. The world is not perfect. Everything is messed up. But there's something amazing about that. You know, you kind of have to have a struggle in order to... for things to work out in a way that's satisfying, you know? You got to go through hell. And so I think perfect, at least the perfect that I'm projecting in the minds of others around me, is this everything is boring kind of thing, or at least my interpretation of the projection I'm putting in their head. Do you believe in perfection? Yes, and I would say that we are already there. Don't get me wrong, right? I understand the dictionary definition of the word perfect, and it does not apply to us. But the way things are right now, I don't think I would want to have it any other way. There are things that I would love to fix, but that's the part of this being perfect, right? So we have global warming issues. We have wars around the world. We're scared of politics, right? But if you hate that enough, you can make it your mission to go about changing that. I think that is perfect. So I'm going to say yes, but it definitely doesn't, it does not hit the stereotypical dictionary definition of perfect. He said if I get an idea in my head, I need to roll with it, so I'm just going to do that. Have you ever stolen from someone? Nope. I've stolen from a shop when I was a little kid, but never did I steal from anyone I knew. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there was this little girl who dropped a bunch of stuff back in elementary school, and there was this thing that fell that I really wanted, and I fell on top of it and took it. So yeah, I did. That's messed up. Would you ever kill someone under any circumstances? It would be my last resort, but if I had to, I would. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? I think I'm too honest. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, I think so. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to someone? Yes, I have. I can't hold secrets in. And don't get me wrong, like if someone shared something with me that they didn't want anyone else to know, I can hold on to that. But if something is burdening me, it could be a stranger. Like I have to go to someone and say, hey, I got some stuff on my mind and I need to go into it. You know, I can't live with this, so I need to let it out. I'm a venter for sure, so. Do you trust me, even though you know nothing about me? You're a game character. Sure. Do you know who I am? You look like Dr. Robotnik. Well, I know who you are. If I appeared behind you right now, would you scream? No. If I told you that I've been behind you this entire time, would that scare you? No. You just... That'd be silly now, wouldn't it? Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? For sure. Have you ever been in a physical fight? No. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? No. Do you look at the ground when you walk? Normally I'm looking up into the sky. Are you attracted to the opposite sex? Yes. Would you ever shave your head? Honestly, I've thought about it. Not that I think it would be cool to do it or anything. I don't want to, but if like there was some bet or something I was involved in and I lost, I would totally do it. Yeah, I would. Are you attracted to muscular bodies? No. Do you ever dance when no one is looking? I'll dance at all. Like, do you trust your best friend entirely? Yes, I do. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? Not extremely well. I get like flashbacks of stuff. Would you rob a bank if you could get away with it? If nobody got hurt, for sure. If no one got hurt, and if there was no way that it could be traced back to me, I think I would give that a shot. Less for the money, and just because it's like, I just pulled that heist. Do you ever dream about running from a killer? No. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff? Yes, I've had that. Naked in public? No. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? They're kind of dumb. I like rarely see a scary movie that actually does anything to me. I don't really care about them. Do you enjoy comedic television shows? Yes. Do you like being the center of attention? Yeah. Do you feel like something is always watching you? So the reason I'm thinking about that so much is because of some experiences that I've had. I hope it's not weird to say that there might be something watching at all times that we're not aware of. But it's not like a shaking or eerie feeling like, oh crap, you know, like someone's watching me. It would be more like if a loving ancestor was looking down on you, kind of thing. You know, think of Lion King. All the past kings live up in the sky, and they're watching us and guiding us. Yeah, I'll say something like that. At least I'd like to believe that's the case. I'm not gonna say like it's a hard belief. If someone told me like that's ridiculous, I'd be like, I know, it is. But, you know, it's one of those niceties, you know? Have you ever wondered what it would be like to go to space? Often. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? No, but I'd really like to. I hear it's possible, so I'm like, is it? Is it? I want to know. Have you ever punched a nun? What? I'll add it to my bucket list, I guess. Do you like dogs better than cats? No. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? No, I like movies. Are you still wondering why I asked if you punched a nun? Do you get starstruck easily? Yes, I do. I want to make sure that I'm... that's the right word. Is that like love struck? Particularly taken with celebrities? No. No. Never. I don't give a crap about them. Do you hate going to big parties and social gatherings? No, those are great. Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving presents? I was a Jehovah's Witness, so I never do anything for my birthday. Seriously though, you ever punched a nun? Like, really? Just BAM! Right in the face? Nun punch! Oh my god, I'll add it to my bucket list, dude. Did you laugh? Yeah, of course I did. No. Are you now eager to somehow get the opportunity to punch a nun sometime soon? Oh my god. If there's a hell, do you think you're going to it? No, I don't think so. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? Yeah. Do you masturbate frequently? No, I do not. Are you wondering what constitutes frequently? Sure. Are you more than slightly uncomfortable right now? You're not gonna make me uncomfortable. This is for people who are weird with like, I guess you'd call them controversial questions. But there's never, I've always been the kind of person, controversial questions don't exist for me. Taboo doesn't exist for me, you know? If someone walked up to me and started talking to me about the weirdest stuff, I'm just like, alright, go into it, you know? That's how I've always been. So, there's no way. I love how this game is like, oh, did I get you with that one? Did I get you? No, you did not. You have nothing on me. You can't make me uncomfortable. Is your mouth dry? No. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? Nope. Frick. Sorry, guys. Do you believe in legendary beasts such as the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot? Do I believe in them? I mean, they're a possibility. I don't want to say I believe. I've never seen them. Are you poor with money management? No, I'm not. I'm very good with money. Choose one of these numbers that you feel resonates the most in this very moment. For some reason, 21 is calling out to me. Choose one of these numbers that you feel resonates with you the most in this very moment. Yeah, because generally if someone was like, pick a number, it'd be like 7. But for whatever reason, 21 is hitting me right now. Choose one of these colors you feel resonates with you in the most in this very moment. My first instinct was purple. I'm going to go with that. Choose one of the words that you feel resonates with you the most. Toxic. Toxic. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you the most in this very moment. Divine. Divine. Choose one of the words you feel resonates with you. Luck, skill, strength, agility, intellect, charm. Charm. Do you enjoy solving mathematical puzzles? No. Do you speak more than one language fluently? No. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? A couple of them. Do you enjoy coffee? Mm-hmm. Do you believe in demons? No. Do you believe in angels? Yes. Are you afraid of sharks? No. I mean, if I was in a goddamn ocean and there were sharks around me, you best believe I'm not going to sit there calm as hell. I'm going to be terrified. Baths or do you prefer baths over showers? Oh, I thought it said baths or showers. I was like, how's that a yes or no question? Yeah, I actually love baths. Judge me all you want. I love them. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you a headache? Mm-hmm. Do you see a shadow move in your... Did you see a shadow move in your room a few moments ago? No. That's fortunate. Do you ever hear your name being called even when you know no one is calling it? I do. Do things in your home often go missing and then reappear later? No. Do you ever hear footsteps when you're alone? Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day? No. Have you ever felt your feet being grabbed at night while sleeping? No. Do you have pets? I do. Is your favorite color green? No. Are you attracted to a family member? No. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone? Yes, I would. If I won the lottery, my mother is never going to work again. My brother is going to get a crap load of money, and I'm taking off. For sure. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role? Yes, I would. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be in prison? I don't think I'd do well in prison. I got a bit of a small frame and a pretty face. Know what I'm saying? I think it'd be easy to pull these pants down. No, thanks. No, thanks. But yeah, I've thought about it. Do you like fishing? Yeah, it's enjoyable. Do you like hunting? I've never hunted. I think it would be neat. I actually think it would be like really adrenaline inducing. But I can't say I like it because I've never done it. Love camping. Do you like guns? To a degree. I mean, yeah. If someone, like, I have friends who, like, buy guns and show them to me, and every time I'm like, damn, dude, that's so cool. But I'm not, like, into them enough to go out and buy my own. I don't need them, you know? I'm going to go with yeah, but, are you getting tired of answering questions? No. Would you consider yourself to be kinky? Eyes are the window to the soul. Do you agree? Yeah. Do you always keep your promises? I try to. I very, very much try to, but I mean, sometimes you just can't. I'm gonna, not always. I mean, who can always keep a promise? Like 99% of the time, though. You know, I want to say yes, but if I'm being honest, no. Would you ever completely trust someone who has lied to you? Yes, I would. Because I've been in a position where I have had to lie, and I understand why you would do it. So, I'm not going to take it personally, you know? Unless it's weird, unless they're just lying just for the fact of, like, they don't want to... You know, it's like this trust thing. Like, if they came to me and said, look, I lied to you before, and it was because I wasn't comfortable with myself to tell you what was going on, or... You know, I just couldn't bring myself to talk about it or something like that. You know, like there's an understandable reason generally for a lie. If it's a pathological lie where they're just doing it just because, then no, I won't trust them. But yeah, I could completely trust someone who's lied to me. I am not an only child. Do you ever enjoy being drunk? Yeah. Isn't that the point? Do you like tattoos? I do. Do you enjoy being high in any form? Yeah. Do you believe you have a soul? I don't know. I mean, I was talking about soulness before, but like, we definitely have consciousness. And it's like beyond this physical body. I don't know if that's a soul. I want to lean towards yes, just because one of those, you know, feel good, nice to haves, but it's not a hard belief. So I'll just go with yeah. Did you cry this week? Are you upset with someone right now? Nope. Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily? Yeah. Do you understand how this works yet? Yes, I have to be honest and you answer or give me questions. If you answer the questions twice, your truths may change. It's not about answering these questions. It's about the time you spend answering them and the combination you answer them in. Oh. It's about many different variables you'd never guess. Do you understand? Are you wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous questions you just answered? Yes. If I were to tell you that the entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself, and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? No. Are you afraid of being abandoned? No. Are you afraid of dying alone? No. Do you worry that one day you'll be unexpectedly murdered? No. I thought of something funny on that, though. I imagine this guy kidnaps me, and he's gonna take me, he like puts a gun to my head, and he goes, any last words? And I look up at him and I go, I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. No, I'm not worried about it. Are you always on guard, waiting to fend off an attack? No. Do you feel like I know you yet? Nope. There's too much in here and in here. You'll never know me. Have you heard any strange noises while answering these questions? Other than the music in the background, no. I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you. Based on what you've told me, this is what I can conclude. This is all going to sound very blunt and direct, but listen up. You've got to start taking life a bit more seriously. I hate to start this off so gloomily, but you need a swift kick in the ass. I'm just being real and honest with you right now. You've got so much potential and you're not taking advantage of it. You can blame others around you. You can blame your circumstances. You can blame yourself, but no matter what, none of that matters at this point. You need to get going and you need to get the ball rolling. Do you even realize that you could be a major star? Do you realize just how incredibly talented you are? You don't, do you? You don't even understand how much potential you hold within. Or maybe you do realize it and that's what you're afraid of. Maybe it's not fear of failure, but fear of success. You're holding yourself back subconsciously. And you know what? You've already accomplished a lot. Maybe you feel like you've already done enough. But you and I both know that you could go further if you really wanted to. You need to pull your head out of your ass and get your shit together, because the world needs you more than you could even imagine. Dude, this is kind of nuts. Like, it's just kind of interesting because I've had friends who've been trying to tell me this same thing. You're going to do amazing things in the life, but only if you decide to. I know this wasn't what you were expecting, and maybe it isn't even what you wanted to hear, but enough time has been squandered. Seriously, you are an impressive specimen. You could do incredible things. And not just one or two. You could do a lot of amazing stuff if you really put your mind to it. It's absolutely imperative, however, that you stop looking for reasons not to get things done. And you turn your brain off for a while. Stop thinking, just do it. Stop dreaming, just act. Get started immediately. Stop taking breaks, stop procrastinating, because here's the biggest truth. Your time is ticking away. You can still be a major success, even more so than what you've already managed to accomplish in life at your highest point. But your chances are further limited as the sand of the hourglass falls, so get going. It doesn't matter what you've done. It matters what you still got left to do. Yesterday don't mean shit, and today is the day that we've got to face. I know this sounds really harsh, but I promise you it comes from a place of love and adoration. Because I want you to be the best possible version of yourself, and for you to go as far as you know that you can inside. Please, I urge you, don't waste your potential, and shoot for what you've always wanted to accomplish while you still have the time to do so. You never know when your time will run out. Your secret word is chaos. That makes sense. Remember this word. It'll come in handy. Man. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in the comments for us. We'll be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in the comments. If you do not wish to be part of an upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of the comments, and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will make sense very soon. Trust me on that. Dude, I'm like, my body's actually like tingling right now. I got goosebumps. You can find the test Hypothesis Rising, the test Final Revelation, and the test Chamber on Steam if you enjoyed this installment. You can also find the Journey series and the Advisor series, which we'd encourage everyone to try. If you'd like to support us further or try our other games, you can find the link to all of these titles on the title screen of this game under the section Our Other Games. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you. Damn, I'm gonna write my word down for him. I've got to finish. I got to do all of these. That was kind of crazy. I didn't expect it to say that. And what's crazy about that is I've had a lot of friends, not even recently, just like for a while, been trying to tell me all that. I have a story that I actually should tell you guys. There's a reason that this is hitting me so hard, and there's no context for it right now, but I have a story that's going to be coming out very soon. Man. Yeah, I need to play these other games. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the first time I've ever done a Let's Play on this channel. And I hope it was enjoyable for you guys. It was certainly not, I didn't expect it to be like that at the end. Like, I was just going through it and I was like, really? Come on. Like, yeah, whatever. And as soon as I started reading the end, I got like goosebumps and the hairs were sticking up on my arms. I was like, okay. I'm wondering about that potential. Like, what should I do? It said, turn your brain off. Just do it, you know? All right. I got some stuff to consider. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.